Spassky vs. Fischer, 1992. A historic rematch between two former world champions. Fischer plays the king's Indian defense, aiming for dynamic counterplay. Pawn to d4, knight to f6. Spassky opens with d4, Fischer responds with knight f6, pawn to c4, pawn to g6. Fischer commits to the king's Indian setup. Knight to c3, bishop to g7. Both sides develop naturally. Pawn to e4, pawn to d6. White builds a strong center. Fischer prepares to challenge it. Pawn to f3. An aggressive choice, supporting e4 but weakening the king. Fischer castles calmly. Bishop to e3, knight to c6. Development continues. Pressure builds in the center. Knight from g1 to e2, pawn to a6. Fischer prepares queenside expansion. Pawn to h4, pawn to h5. Both sides show attacking intentions on the king side. Knight to c1, knight to d7. Spassky reroutes the knight. Fischer prepares flexibility. Knight to b3, pawn to a5. Queenside space for black. Pawn to a4, knight to b4. The knight jumps into an aggressive outpost. Bishop to e2, pawn to b6. Preparing the bishop on the long diagonal. Pawn to g4. Spassky launches a kingside pawn storm. Pawn from h5 to g4 captures pawn. Fischer opens lines immediately. Pawn from f3 to g4 takes pawn. Pawn to c5. Central counterplay, classic king's Indian. Pawn to h5. Pawn from c5 to d4 captures pawn. The center explodes. Knight to d4 captures the pawn. Knight to c5. Black's pieces become very active. Knight to d5. A strong outpost for white. Bishop to b7. Fischer ignores it and improves development. Knight to f5. A risky decision by Spassky. Pawn from g6 to f5 captures the knight. Fischer accepts the challenge without hesitation. Pawn from g4 to f5 captures the pawn. Bishop to d5 takes the knight. The attack begins to fall apart. Pawn from e4 to d5 captures the bishop. Bishop to b2 takes a pawn. Material gain for Fischer. King to f1, queen to d7. Calm consolidation. Queen to b1. Bishop to a1 captures rook. A decisive moment. Fischer wins the rook. Rook to g1 check. King goes to h8. Fischer remains ice cold. Queen to a1 takes bishop and checks at the same time. Bobby Fischer blocks by moving the pawn to f6. Attack neutralized. Queen to b1. Rook to g8. Preparing exchanges. Rook to g6. Rook takes rook on g6. Simplification. Pawn from h5 to g6 captures the rook. King moves to g7. The king steps to safety. Spassky resigns. A masterclass by Bobby Fischer. Precise defense, fearless calculation, and ruthless conversion. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content like this.